guys, Rick Peak back with a new video for you, and this is going to be my Money in the Bank 2016 video. Basically it's going to be my predictions, who I'd like to see win, stuff I'd like to see happen. So yeah, basically two things I'd like to address before I actually start the video. The first one is it's Father's Day here in the UK. I don't know if it's a worldwide date, if it's all the same. So no, Mother's Day is different from like the States as it is to here in the UK. So I'd just like to say a quick happy Father's Day to all the dads, stepdads out there, and of course not forgetting those who play the role of mum and dad. So happy Father's Day to you all. Secondly, as you may have noticed from the cap, it's my DX cap. Just like so, wearing this in a bit of a tribute to the lead singer of the DX band who passed away recently. I remember them performing the DX theme live. Were absolutely awesome. Obviously I wasn't there to see it live. I saw it on the event they were playing live. But yeah, so it's quite sad that he's passed away at such a young age as well, really. So yeah, that being said and done, I'll get on with the video, and here is my Money in the Bank 2016 video. Yeah, so this is the main event. As you can see, I've got my Seth t-shirt and hat on. Basically, yeah, I'm going to be pulling for Rollins to win. It would be nice to see him regain the belt that he never actually officially lost. And I think it would make things quite interesting running on the run up to SummerSlam, given who else is involved in the Money in the Bank match, but I'll come to that later. So yeah, I'm pulling for Rollins, but I do, however, think that Reigns will retain in this one. So that's what I'm going to go for my prediction. Roman Reigns to retain. Yeah, so AJ Styles versus John Cena. No surprise to anybody who's seen my videos before and those who know me, that I am going to be pulling for AJ Styles in this one. In my opinion, and I think it's a pretty broad opinion from what I've seen, AJ really needs a win at this pay-per-view. He needs a win over Cena, otherwise it's looking really grim and he's just going to be treading the mid-water, and it's just going to be Vince giving the big finger to TNA, New Japan, etc., by taking one of their biggest stars and just having him treading around in the mid-card. But I'm pulling for AJ. I think AJ will win, because despite all the hate that he gets, Cena doesn't seem to have a problem with putting certain people over. He did it with Daniel Bryan at the SummerSlam. Is it SummerSlam? Yeah, where Bryan won the title and then got cashed in by Randy Orton. So yeah, pulling for AJ. I'm going to be bold and predict that AJ will come out of Money in the Bank with a win. So yeah, AJ Styles in this one for me. The Money in the Bank ladder match: Zayn versus Cesaro versus Jericho versus Ambrose versus Owens versus Del Rio versus the mystery seventh person. It's interesting. For me, there's only two real options here: Ambrose and Owens. It's common knowledge that Vince isn't a fan of Cesaro, so sadly that rules him out. So Owens, like I said, is a possibility. He has great matches night in, night out. He's had a great run, IC title run, and in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, he's the best heel in WWE right now. So yeah, he's a definite possibility. My ideal scenario is that Ambrose wins, cashes in tonight, Rollins beats Reigns, Ambrose comes running down, cashes in, beats him, and then becomes the world champion and gets his revenge on Seth as well, even though it's taken a while. This obviously then would lead up to a triple threat at SummerSlam featuring all three members of what was the Shield. Now, I know a lot of people have said that they'd like that to win. I believe my friend Josh mentioned that on his WOFN19 channel. Pretty sure he mentioned this scenario. I'd already thought of it, and then when you saw it, I was like, so somebody else thinks the same. Whether or not WWE will do that, because it is quite an obvious storyline for them to go with, so they may throw a swerve in and have Owens win it. But I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to predict Dean Ambrose to come out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. 4-way match for the WWE Tag Team, or the 14 match, sorry. New Day, the champions, versus Enzo and Cass, versus Vaudevillains, versus the Club. I'm really torn in this one. I really, really want Enzo and Cass to be the ones to dethrone the New Day, as I think it's been a long time coming. But I would like to see the Club win, and maybe do similar to what New Day have been doing. You know, with any two of them out of the three defending the titles or representing them. You know, a la the Freebird rules scenario. But at the same time, I also like the Vaudevillains. But I think my first choice, again, I'm going to cheat a little bit on this one, is going to be Enzo and Cass to walk out as new champions. And my second choice is going to be Anderson and Gallows, the Club, to walk out as new champions. The WWE United States Championship match, Rusev defending against Titus O'Neil. Now, I, along with a lot of other people, find it surprising that so soon after his suspension, Titus is in line for a title shot. I personally think that this may be a personal thing from Vince, that is just going to send him in and make him fodder to make Rusev look like a monster again. I really hope I'm wrong, and that, you know, Titus is genuinely sort of being given a bit of a push. But on this one, I'm going to predict a Rusev victory. Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Natalya and Becky Lynch. For the first time in a long time, I can honestly say I'm not really bothered about this match. And I've got a feeling I'm not going to be the only one. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this match. I'd like Becky and Natalya to win, as you know, I like Becky and I like Natalya. But I can see Charlotte and Dana getting the win, so I'm going to predict Charlotte and Dana to walk out. Apollo Crews versus Sheamus. Bit of a thrown together storyline. It's only been going a couple of weeks. It's just my opinion. I don't really see much in this one. It's going to be a decent match because Apollo Crews is great. Sheamus can put on a good match. I'm going to put my neck on the line and I'm going to go for Apollo Crews to win this one. Breezango, which is Tyler Breeze and Fandango, versus the Golden Truth, Goldust and R-Truth. I'm not really bothered about this match. I enjoyed the build up to Golden Truth getting together, but other than that, it's just they've not really done anything cracking with them, in my opinion. But I'm going to go with the Golden Truth win. I think, you know, first pay-per-view as a tag team. Mind you, having said that, same can be said for Breezango, but I think Breezango's just been put together basically just for Goldust and R-Truth to team up against, because they couldn't really think of anybody else to pair against Golden Truth. So I'm going to go for Golden Truth winning this one. Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin. I'm really bored of this rivalry now, this new storyline. I'd like to see Ziggler win, but I have a feeling that Corbin will get the win. I'm hoping that, you know, they're going to do something decent with Ziggler soon, you know, something really good, because he just seems to have been forgotten about and just dumped in the mid card. It's like they've got nothing for him. You know, the guy's a former world champion, so, you know, he should be up there again. You know, at least on the fringes of challenging. He should have been in the Money in the Bank match for me, but instead he's been stuck in this, you know, storyline with Corbin, which is getting staler by the week. Like I said, that's just my opinion, but yeah, I'm hoping Ziggler wins, but I'm going to go for a Baron Corbin victory in this one, unfortunately. Kickoff show match is the Dudley Boys versus the Lucha Dragons. I'm not really bothered who wins this, if I'm honest. I won't be going out of my way to watch the pre-show just for this one match, so I'm gonna go, and like I said, I really don't care. Lucha Dragons to get the win. Why not? Failing that, if they lose the Dudleys, it might be the implosion of them, and they might push them both off for you know, singles and everything. So yeah, I'm going to go for the Lucha Dragons, but like I said, I'm not really bothered who wins. So those are my predictions, and what I'd like to see, and my idea for the possible Money in the Bank and world title scenario in the future. My biggest complaint about this pay-per-view is that the IC title isn't being defended on it, and neither is the women's title, with Charlotte obviously being involved in that rather crappy Divas tag match with very little storyline behind it. But other than that, there's plenty of decent matches on there. There's the world title match, the tag title match, the Money in the Bank match itself is going to be really good. I think Ziggler versus Corbin and Golden Truth and Breezango is just going to be like filler, as is the Divas tag match. But you never know. There are all 4 women involved in that. It could be a really surprisingly good match, but I still think that the women's title should be defended, as should the Intercontinental. But apart from that, it looks like it has plenty of potential on paper. So let's just hope that for those of you who stay up late to watch it, it does actually deliver, and that you're not disappointed. So yeah, that'll about wrap it up for this video, guys. I'll be back as soon as I can when I've watched the actual event itself, which hopefully will be sometime tomorrow. So I'll have a review video going up, like I said, probably tomorrow, maybe Tuesday latest. So until then, guys, take it easy, enjoy the pay-per-view.
No, they don't want none. They looking scared, no, they don't really want none. We some southern boys with the farmer strength.